situation specialist.
And stayed with Polokwane City when they were relegated. Scored 21 goals in the championship across the 3 seasons that they spent there.
For those who have not been following him, you see Polokwane, now Marina.
Changed his surname about a year and a half ago now.
Let's see what
He goes short. Ovo Mori. Ovo squeezing it through here to Mtetwa. Space on the edge of the area. Oh! Fierce efforts from Ranga Chivaviro. It's just no score away from finding the target.
I like the movement, I like the passing, I like the spaces that they're creating. I like the fact that Ovo is involved, you have Mtetwa involved as well. And yes, you've got to have a shot, make an attempt. Ranga Chivavira hit the target next time, but it's a good move, it's a good start in the second half. Some energy in Chiefs.
I would imagine that with the first half having gone how it went, Kevin Johnson would have implored his side to be a little more purposeful with everything they're doing.
Exactly, because you want to have attempts, shot at goals on target. You have 2 strikers capable of doing that, but you also have a creative guy that can also score goals for you. That's Modi.
Oh, brilliant. Now, Ule Modi is taken away from him, but she's still in possession of the ball. Yes, Hlanti. Forward by Hlanti. Chivaviro with a neat little touch into the path of Pule Mori. He's coming inside. He shoots. Oh! He finds the back of the net. 1-0 Kaizer Chiefs. They've made a fast start in the second half and been rewarded for their efforts.
But we're not talking about a sense of purpose. He must have said to them, you need to start taking the initiative. Outside of the box, make attempts to get shots on targets. Earlier on, we saw Ranga missing one. They hadn't asserted themselves in this game in the first half. And yes, they had to do that in the beginning of the second one. You can tell the excitement of the fans. Switch on, he says. Switch on, he says. But they smiles, and they deserve to smile because the combination worked. And Ranga getting involved, Pule Mori cuts inside. And when you cut inside, you have put the defenders in an awkward position and the goalkeeper. And I've seen goals like this, and more of this can be scored because the defenders are off tune in terms of the positioning, the goalkeeper as well, and he gets it right. Strength of having to cut in, and a great shot. Yes, they deserve the celebration. He deserved the celebration as well, Pule Mori.
Quality goal for Pule Mori, a man signed in the off-season by Kaizer Chiefs. There's another one from outside of the box. As Polokwane City look for a response here, and they might find it through Mashakinya. And he sliced that one over.
Better second half, more energy. Chiefs asserted themselves. They have to respond, and given Mashakinya could not get that one on target, but I think the game is going to open up now. No one is allowed to throw caution. Yes, Chiefs are leading. They've got to defend better. That's the expectation. But Polokwane is going to open up now, try and get the shots on target themselves.
So Pule Mori's goal in the 6th minute of the second half has Kaizer Chiefs ahead. Last season, only Keegan Dolly scored more goals in the DSTV Premiership from outside of the box than Pule Mori.
So Dolly was double Dolly last season. And Pule Mori has to come back and show what he can do. And I can tell you, shots outside the box when there's forest of defenders, there's always possibility. Through the legs of the defenders, goalkeeper is unsighted. There's possibilities, and it paid off. We've seen it with Pule Mori.
Got back to his goalkeeper. Saile closing Sapunga down. He's found Matuluri here. Nikani hoists it forward. It's falling kindly here for Ramabu. His firm pass to locate Marema. And he might have put too much on that. Indeed, he has.
I thought when Matuluri had possession and he turned, he slowed the tempo of the match. Shouldn't have turned at all. Amakosi ajabulile, but now that we are in Polokwane, batagechu kudu because we are in Polokwane.
Well, as things stand, Kaizer Chiefs would move up to 5th from 8th position where they started the day. The one who started today's proceedings level on points with the Kaizer Chiefs, but down in 10th due to an inferior goal difference. It's been quite a fall for Rise and Shine of late. The beginning of October, after their win against Richards Bay, they were 5th. They were just 3 points behind 2nd place. And now they are much further off the pace and down in the bottom half of the table.
You know, that lock position has just triggered a conversation at home, because the Chiefs fans are saying, yeah, we are on top of Pirates. And the Pirates fans are saying, yeah, that's far. Now we need to win the next game.
Yeah.
It's good for football for me when you have that sort of conversation.
Orlando Pirates will be in action at 8 o'clock this evening. They're hosting TS Galaxy. Before that, though, Chipper United will be in action against Lamont for Golden Arrows. Those two played each other on the final day of last season. One of the most dreadful games you'll ever see. Now up behind, and it's been ruled as a corner.
Stellenbosch are saying, our job is done.
Yeah.
Let them catch us if they can.
Wonderful win for them yesterday in the derby. Moved them to 3rd place, just behind their rivals Cape Town City. Now the ball has found the head of Polokwane City player, but nothing comes of it. Ngobo cleverly cushions it for the pace demon Saile to continue his run. He chooses not to slip it through. He takes aim. And the goalkeeper with a diving intervention.
I am liking the attitude, the pace, the movement of the Chiefs players, the sense of urgency, the shots on target in the early stages of the second half. Whatever Coach Kevin said to them, it's working.
Saile really is such a threat with that pace that he possesses. He's already eclipsed his tally from last season, where he scored 2 goals in the league. He has 3 currently. Scored his 3rd in their last outing against Morocco Solos and was named man of the match as well. So he would have come into this encounter with a fair deal of confidence. Obo escapes the attentions of 2. Gets it back from Chivaviro.
Having more of the ball on the ball, he can make things happen. He's much more involved now. That's better.
Well, every second pass is coming to him. Use of marks. Mori. An opportunity for him to cut in once again. This time he's more quickly closed down. Dove, Mori, Atlanti. Polokwane City have rescued 2 points from the 5 previous instances this season when they have gone behind and they conceded the opener. They did so against Orlando Pirates back in October, and more recently against SuperSport United.
Their fans are saying it's possible.
It is.
They can do it. They've done it before against the big name teams.
Yeah, and that's why I pointed out those 2 specific teams, because you're talking about Pirates and SuperSport. Kaizer Chiefs, so in fairness to them, have been very good at hanging on to a lead when they do gain one.
I think one of the key things when you look at Chiefs is that the defense, very much experienced defenders that they have, just need to be more ruthless and build that camaraderie amongst themselves, because I think there's great leaders at the back. You look at Santi.
Hollis. Kani again, the man who was wearing the captain's armband in the absence of Marema, who's now on the ball, feeding Osanapolis. Ramabu. Well, Polis again. They'll settle for a corner.
Forcing matters. Been triggered into some sense of urgency. Polokwane City. Apollo is getting more involved.
Kaizer Chiefs, not a single corner to their name yet today. Polokwane City about to launch in their 7th. Marema takes. Oof.
The ammunition they had lined up for that one. It was so inviting for someone to at least try and get it on target. Wasn't to be. But what a delivery. Enough power there. Can you imagine someone getting it on target?
So often over the course of this game, it's been Chiefs being let off by Polokwane City. There's the 100,000 Rand check for our Fan Days winner. Took a successful penalty straight down the middle at half-time. To rely on our celebrity goalkeeper's ineptitude to score the goal.
It's December. When I get that one, I'm buying bedroom suit. At this famous furniture shop. Bedroom suit, fillet. Then you get the dish as well. Install it in the bedroom with TV. Things are happening. You have to be here. You have to be part of this event.
Just come to the stadium, sign up prior to the match. Could be you who is ushered onto the field, and you could walk away with 100k if you're a DSTV Compact subscriber or higher. 200k.
And they install. Now I want to have it installed.
Bruce Vumo with the yellow card. Time wasting from the Chiefs goalminder. Mapangule beating Ngobo to the ball. Sufmart gets his head on that.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Chiefs defend their lead, you know. And they always say the best way to defend is to keep possession. Also play very smart.
Tetra has done wonderfully well here, and then gives the ball away cheaply to Mapangule, but bailed out by the referee's whistle.
It's going to be a real test for this man, Tetra, because you are going to have a Polokwane City who are going to try and respond. And there's Mapangule, who's very creative but can be aggressive as well. On the bench, that doing the warm-up on the Chiefs side, I see three players who, the three of them are very defensive in approach.
Yep.
So it just tells you the intention, should there be an urgent need.
Go there. Does well.
He has just, for me, and I'm not too sure about the views of the other fans, not the former night. I think for me, Dove has come in at the right time. Leadership qualities, good pass out the game. You know, he reads the game so well, and for a while, I think Chief struggles to find someone like that. And if you have him, you have Santi as well. There's a good balance in the team.
Now Mataludi has launched it. All the pace taken off that shot from Ramabu. Trickles through to Busfuma. Well, Chiefs away from home this season have struggled before that loss, before that win rather, against Swallows last time out. They'd lost 2 league games in succession. They'd lost 3 in all competitions. They were on the cusp of setting an unwanted club record in the PSL era for 4 successive defeats, so they were able to avoid that. An opportunity for back-to-back victories in away games for the first time since March this year, if they can hang on. Kani coming across, but he's relinquished possession here to Chivaviro, sliding it through for Pule Mori, the goal scorer. Now Mori looking for the assist. Oh! Well, he played it into a great area. Saile was arriving under pressure from Langalitle Ndlovu, who'd tracked him all the way.
We were talking about if Ranga is at this level, who gets into the box, because Modi is in possession, and guess who gets there? And he's looking for that man, and he gets to it, just couldn't get it on target. And that's that deadly man, Christian Saile. It is Pule Modi, now the provider.
So Polokwane City no longer have to deal with the big presence of Ranga Chivaviro, but an even bigger man coming onto the field in the form of Eson Gonzalez. Christian Saile also making way for a very creative young man, Duduzi Shabalala.
He doesn't look too happy around. That is getting substituted. Not so easy, he doesn't look too happy, but listen, there's strong competition. You've got to find yourself. Yep. There's players that will come in and make an effort. I think the 3 players that we're mentioning here, they've got to make a name for himself. And he's wearing a number, jersey number 7, which I said there's just so much pressure around the jersey.
I mean, the man who's replaced him is wearing a huge jersey as well. He's wearing number 14.
Yes. So there is pressure wearing this jersey, particularly the numbers. The number.
Dove striding forward. Now Santi. There again. It's still in play. Swept away by Nikadi. Dispossessed rather easily is Douglas Mapumo. Pule Mori can't get the cross in, but the Chiefs will finally have a corner.
Things have changed. They're taking control of this game. They're exploiting the weaknesses of Polokwane City on the right-hand side. And this is the battle that we saw earlier on. And it is Pule Modi. Look at the skill factor here.
Nelson Gonzalez has now added a new dimension as Novo swings it in. It is towards him, but a Colombian has turned his head over, yet to score for Kaizer Chiefs.
For me, this sort of variation, because it offers them, you know, dimensions in terms of how they can score goals. On corners they can, because you have Gonzalez that can come in and score goals. And I'll always refer back to the successful Chiefs team that has a Tefo Mashamait and Muramwanda Umatoa, because they were an option for Chiefs in terms of scoring goals based on set pieces as well.
Asfanapolis finds an outlet in the form of Matuluri. Marema. 3 goals previously against Kaizer Chiefs. You mentioned that in the first half. Bulung Marema scored 1 in a 4-1 loss back in 2013. Another in the equalizer, actually, in a 1-1 draw back in 2015. That's his last goal against Chiefs came in another defeat back in 2016, that time by 3-2. So whenever he scored, they haven't gone on to pick up the maximum. Again, Matuluri. Polokwane City unbeaten in 4 home games since a 2-0 loss to Mamelodi Sundowns. The Kaizer Chiefs are up here. And they have characteristically relied heavily on points accrued at home. Polokwane City, this season they were relegated. 2019-2017 of their 25 points came at home. They were actually hampered a lot, I guess, by the bio bubble, having to play in Gauteng. They played their 3 home games at Loftus. One of those was the 3-2 loss to Kaizer Chiefs. That was their first game post-COVID. There's Marema with the free kick. Dove gets a touch on it.
So I'm going to throw this one at you, because you're the statsman. I think when you look at the teams from Limpopo, a lot of them have been relegated.
True.
That's what the Dynamos.
Yeah, Yani Dynamos, all those, yeah.
The whole one of these teams.
Black Leopard.
Leopards were relegated.
Yeah. Baraka and Gallants more recently.
Yes.
Swung in, and Hain not able to do all too much with a set piece. I was making the point, obviously, that Polokwane City, in trying to save their status in 2019-20, they played at Loftus Versfeld. They were unlucky that they, as the home team, came up against Mamelodi Sundowns at Loftus and were thrashed 3-0. Toludi's throw-in collected by Bruce Vuma. And over that period did come that famous comeback for Kaizer Chiefs, who started their bio-bubble campaign with a 1-1 draw against Wits. Then they played Polokwane City. They were 2 goals down and came back with 3 in 5 minutes, as Bruce Vuma makes a case for an opponent to be penalized. But that was their last meeting, these 2 sides.
Watch this. Is he still cramping?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
All the players who scored on that day against Polokwane City over 3 years ago have since departed. Willa Katsande pulled one back. Anthony Akumu, the Kenyan, remember him? He got a goal about 4 minutes later. And then Samir Nukovic from about 35 yards out scored the winner 1 minute after that equalizer.
Did you mention Nurkovic?
Nurkovic, who is in hot form at the moment for Galaxy.
He who scored such a beautiful goal for TS Galaxy not so long ago.
A stunning goal against Amazulu. Here's Chauke. He had some success in the Carling knockouts, the early stages of it. 2 goals against Supersport United for Chauke. Coming on here for Mapumo.
Yeah, very aggressive. brought in to lead that front line, hoping that he's going to try and hustle the two centre backs.
Yep. Kaizer Chiefs making a change they made towards the tail end of the game against Swallows with Ngobo off, a man who turned 24 last month, Stephen Gospel Ngobo, and Edson Castillo is on for him. So Bruce Vuma struggling. Brennan Peterson is on the bench. Kaizer Chiefs looking for league win number 7 against Polokwane City in what is their 15th meeting. Polokwane City have won 3 games against Chiefs, but only one of those have come at home. And Polokwane City actually only got their first ever win against Kaizer Chiefs in what was their 10th meeting with them in all competitions, because they had a couple of times in the cup as well. And a 1-0 win back in the 2016-17 season, Tapelo Tilo scoring. That's the only time that they've won at home against Chiefs. The 2 most recent victories have come on the road against the Glamour Boys.
So at some point I thought it's the hamstring for the keeper, then it was the calf.
Shabalala brought down. Polokwane City haven't won any of their visits from Gauteng sides this season. They've drawn 2 and lost 1. Coming the hands of Mamelodi Sundowns. Now pulling the trigger from range. Osinopolis coming alive. And it's another save for Bruce Vuma.
He's been on fire for Chiefs. He's been on form. I mean, he's made some good saves. Started with the first half, continues in the second half when he's tested.
That's corner goes all the way through. Shabalala. Frosler. Frosler has it again. I think he might have been expecting Teto to get on his bike, which he was not prepared to do.
Good combination play here. Very patient. He's making some good saves.
And that bounced just as it came to him.
He cut it early, which is good. Because if he allowed it to bounce to be slightly higher, and he was a seconds late, could be talking something different. But good anticipation from Bruce.
Gonzalez linking up with Pulimori. Now it's in Castillo. So a reset for a corner. Castillo has scored 3 goals in the league this season. He's been excellent arriving late and using his head as well.
He's got power. He generates so much power. He times his runs.
That's over the head of Slanty. We'll keep it in play. Tetra. Yusuf Marks. Dove. Tetra again.
That's mature. Now they're starting to dictate the terms. They're using it by trying to keep possession longer. Sometimes it doesn't help if you try and keep possession in your own half.
Now Chiefs have the ball. This looks promising for them. Numbers up ahead of Edson Castillo. He and Mart exchange a couple of passes. Frostler's pass intercepted here by Osman Apollos, who gets away from him. Tetra. Frostler recovers.
Like I said, it's okay to keep possession. Just don't give it away in crucial areas where they almost got punished for that.
Frostler gives away a free kick. Polokwane City could really do something with this.
Making life difficult. Kostler taking no prisoners at all. He's the boss on that right-hand side for Chiefs.
So lifted in and away by Chiefs. Mapangule with the header. Has fallen unkindly. From a Polokwane City perspective, and Duzi Shabalala gets it to Mori. He keeps going and opts to square it when perhaps he should have taken that chance on, having done so much hard work ahead of it.
Totally agree with you. Good transition from Chiefs. Outnumbered at the back, Polokwane City. Improvises, gets there. He still wants to find his teammates. You are allowed to be selfish in that area. Yeah. Young man, he looks up for the options, and now you can go for it.
Goes gliding past Ndlovu, and he should have been looking to drill that into the bottom corner. Chiefs at the set piece, don't make all too much of it. Polokwane keeps it alive. It's back with him from Shabalala, across from deep, upheld by Nikani. Well, 6 of the last 10 matches between these two sides have produced a winner, and in every single instance it has been by a single goal margin. So it is often a fairly tight contest between these two sides. Actually, if you look back at their past 5 meetings, there's 2 wins apiece and a draw. So over the years, Polokwane City have slowly grown into this particular tie, having taken so long to get their first win against Kaizer Chiefs.
Well, if we're to refer to the former coach who says they're back to land, but at the same time, they're not going to be pushovers.
Shabalala not producing a good enough delivery from their corner. Yusuf Marks has sent Apollos tumbling down. Yellow card for Yusuf Marks for breaking a promising attack.
If you notice how they foul him when he seems to be dangerous in certain areas. He was fouled on the left-hand side, and he changes to come on the right-hand side. They still foul him. Say that it's not fair, but sometimes you've got to find a way of managing the game as a defensive midfielder. That's what you do.
forward by Matoludi. Gonzalez shrugs off his man initially. And then a speculative effort from the centre half.
If there was a rugby post, do you think it would have made the target? There's been one rugby match that was played here. I can't remember who it was, but it was back in the 10 years ago when they opened the venue. I think there was a rugby match that was played here.
Mapangule making way here for Manuel Kampala, and now the sight of him for many Kaizer Chiefs fans is sometimes too much to bear. Nice little exchange of passes here. The goal scorer Pule Mori looking for Gonzalez.
Just had a conversation with our director talking about the Kambala, same name of Pirates player. Fans will be saying there was a gentle Kambala in our team. He was such an exciting player, quite a character as well.
Marema has found Apollos. The challenge from Frosler, well timed. Matoludi now. So, a card so early after his introduction for Manuel Kampala, the Mozambican. It broke Chiefs' hearts at the end of the 2019-20 season.
That looked actually dangerous because there was the stats out throughout when he went for the challenge. Get that sense from the Chiefs fans, which says Jawuli, that we are feeling together, happy. We've beat Swallows, we've come here, we've collected, likely to collect 3 points. And I'm saying likely because we know what this Polokwane City is capable of doing. Realizing that he was going to be for dead in terms of pace, he's fouled him there. Milson.
Some defensive reinforcements coming on here for Kaizer Chiefs. Chapula Ngobo. And he replaces Pule Mori.
They are ready to eat something. They are thanking the powers be.
Now that's not it, back across. A decisive header away. But still there for Chauke. Dove goes to ground. Frosler will clear. Anyway, we'll do at this point in the game. 2.5 minutes remain. Sapunga urging his troops forward. Wants to knock it long. Dove meets it again. Not the most convincing header clear. Skuma will collect. Gonzalez helps it along to Shabalala. Twisting and turning away from Langalihle and Lobo, eventually wins that battle. Kambala. This goal for Baraka denied Kaizer Chiefs the title in the 2019-20 season. There's Ramabu. Polokwane City feel a little hard done by there. Player going down off the ball.
Yeah, but then play to the whistle, Chauke, because the ball came to you and you lost it. Play to the whistle.
Kaizer Chiefs, as we mentioned frequently over the course of this game, won the last meeting between these two sides back in 2020. But they haven't won back-to-back games against Polokwane City since the 2013-14 season. They are on the cusp of doing so once again. Sonopolis with the free kick. It is helped forward, but easy pickings for Vuma. 30 seconds now until we learn how many additional minutes are going to be added. Ping forward for Shabalala, too much on that. A little bit tense, a little bit nervy out there.
I'm not sure if it's the best option to go route one when you have the shortest players up front. You have a Chauke that has come on and you want to pit him against his tall players or centre backs for Chiefs.
So this stop and play, eating into a few seconds of the 4 minutes that have been added here. Submark dispossessed. Ramabu. Marema with a good ball forward. Tetwa on the cover.
I thought it was a good ball that he plays, Marema, but I also think he played it too early. You know, a few more touches just to get his teammate to build up momentum. Sandwiched by two players. Hey,
Kaizer Chiefs need to stay switched on here. Brian, the throw taken quickly by Polokwane City, and Sonopolis with the cross. Tome. That's a scissor kick there, clear. And that will be a relief for so many in the stadium to see that run behind. Bruce Vuma, of course, can't really afford to dally too long on his goal kick here. He's already been booked for time wasting about half an hour ago.
I think when they look at the current team, Chiefs, and you get to talk about the two centre-back pairing, at Milson, and you have given Simango that experience right there, good leadership. Two players who are very comfortable with the ball and organizing as well, very vocal.
Kevin Johnson in what is his 5th game in charge. Amart. He goes down. Cleverly drawing the foul. 90 seconds to go at the Peter Mokaba Stadium.
And is he cramping? Well, the heat is not helping. Ouch. There's a real grafter in that midfield. Makes things happen.
Looking to play keep ball here, Kaizer Chiefs. Gonzalez. Gives a stab it forward to Edson Castillo. Well won by Kambala. Well, that's it. About 30 seconds prematurely did the whistle come. But Kaizer Chiefs won't mind, and it's Pule Modi's unbelievable goal in the 51st minute that earns Kaizer Chiefs the victory, back-to-back victories in the DSTV Premiership, and they move up to 5th position on the log standings.
The culture of the club has always been, or has always had, a player that takes responsibility when the chips are down. And he took the lead, improvised and got that important goal, Pule Modi, and that's what they needed. He made some fantastic saves, Voma, in the first half. That's the man we've been talking about, Mr. Denkeleka. But then again, they played as a unit. They defended well. Mteta was solid in that midfield. The combination of the defense of Kaizer Chiefs worked very hard. Elbidson, Dovim, Simango, they were solid. They played with some experience. They got the important goal, slowed the tempo, kept possession, and that's how it went. Of course, they will be saying we had 1 or 2 chances. We should have capitalized on them, Grant, and that's Polokwane City. It wasn't to be. It's still a work in progress. Not a bad show, but when you're up against a team that's beginning to build up some momentum, and they've stuck to the lineup that won against Swallows, something is happening. It's still early stages, but a good result away for Chiefs.
Well, having had a 2-week gap between this game and their previous, they have another fortnight break to Kaizer Chiefs before they host Richards Bay, a side that they beat home and away last season, and now will be looking for a 3rd successive victory against the struggling KZN outfits. But for now, they will celebrate this victory, a narrow one over Polokwane City, but it's done plenty for the confidence of Kaizer Chiefs as they win 1-0.
Well, the wind speed has certainly picked up here at the Peter Mokaba Stadium, but it is a 2nd victory in a row away from home for Kaizer Chiefs. I am now joined by the man of the match, and it is the goal scorer, Pule Modi. Top performance today, and of course you find the winner. Thoughts on your performance?
Thanks. First of all, I want to thank God, and I'm very happy with the performance that I gave today, because it's been a long time for me not scoring, and I'm very happy.
One wonders what the coach said, because in the first half, the team really struggled to get going, especially in front of goal. In the second half, you took the first opportunity.
I think first half we started very slow, but then the coach told us that we must all pick up our socks and pull the game up, and then that's what we did.
Are you sensing a mentality change when you look at the way the team is playing, when you look at the 2 victories, considering the clean sheet as well?
Yeah, I'm very happy, because it shows that there's a progress among us as a team. Yeah.
Thank you, Pule.
Thank you.
Top performance from Pule Modi today. Had an opportunity to get a brace, but it was not to be. I am now joined by the coach of Polokwane City, Coach Puti Mohafe. Coach, appreciate your time. Let's get your analysis on the 90 minutes.
Sure. Yeah. What a game. What a game. And it's a game whereby we conceded from the coaching point mistake. Don't allow them to cut inside, because you know when they cut inside, they are very dangerous. They can take shots. And apart from that mistake, I don't realize any of their chances, except for one that they took a shot from outside of the box. And the chances that we missed, especially the first 15 minutes. I thought we should have been 3-0 up by the first 15 minutes, but the ball doesn't want to cross the line. Towards the end of the match, also, we should have scored 2 goals, but still we missed. I just think maybe we just need someone or something just to push the ball behind the line.
I think what was there was a very firm Bruce Boomer, because you look at the first half, he had a couple of close calls. He's there to make the saves, but the team wasn't so much dominant in the opening exchanges.
The first 10 minutes, yes, we were exchanging punches, and both teams were on attack, and both teams were both in defense. And we played in patches, showing the element of brutality. But I think what we needed more was the element of aggression. So that is what I think we have lacked a little bit after the 10 minutes going forward up until the 25th minute of the first half, whereby we started to dictate, and we were just so unlucky not to score today.
Talk to me, Coach, about the changes that you made in the second half. You're still trying to keep an attacking mind, but something was just not happening, especially because Kaizer Chiefs were now leading.
You check the striker that we brought in. He's more mobile and he can also hold on to the balls. So we wanted to play the balls between the fullbacks and the centre backs. We also wanted his pace for the takeoff. Unfortunately, it didn't work so much, but he did what he could do. We bring in Kambala because we thought Ngobe was having a free role with this off-the-mark runs. He is outrunning Mapangole. So we have to bring somebody with a little bit of speed element. And that worked a little bit better for us. And we started to maintain and contain them.
Thank you, Coach. Hard luck today.
My pleasure, ma'am. And I think we need this luck for us to win going forward.
Luck. Thank you so much, Coach Puti.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is Coach Puti Mohafa saying they do need that element of luck, especially when you look at the run that they've had here at home, and that is for Rise and Shine. Joined by Coach Kevin Johnson, a second victory on the trot away from home, a clean sheet today. Thoughts on the performance?
Zerato, what a game of football. I thought my team defended well. Yes, we scored the goal, but we had to fight for it. And they didn't, I don't think they had any clear chances at goal, but they threatened us all the time with a long ball. And that is what this team is all about. They play the long ball and they play off the second ball. If you don't clear the long ball correctly, they can come in from behind. And for sure, they gave us a lot of problems because in a lot of moments we were not able to play our game, where we were calmer on the ball. I also thought that we gave the ball away too easy when we had the ball. You know, our centre backs, our left back and right back tried to make the champagne pass when we had to keep the ball. Keep the ball a little bit longer and then maybe the spaces will open. But in saying that, yeah, we win the game. We go away with 3 points and we're happy for that.
Were you expecting them to dictate terms the way they did, especially in the first half where Bruce Vuma was called up on a number of occasions?
No, like I say, we knew they were going to play the long ball, and that's their game. They play the long ball, they fight, they put it into competition all the time, and you have to be, there's no time for, and when we did have the ball, we had to hold it a bit longer in order to take control of the game. We didn't do that enough. And yeah, but all credit to Modi. He worked his socks off today, scores a nice goal. Yeah, we go home with 3 points. That's what matters now at this point in the league.
Let's talk about that, Coach, because right now you're seeing a team that is grinding out results. You're seeing a team that can be able to hold on to a lead, a team that is able to fight it out. Are you seeing more of a mentality change within the side?
Within Kaizer Chiefs? Yeah, I think now, last week, we played a good game against Swallows. We were able to hold the ball. Swallows is a different type of team. Today you play against a running team, a team that plays off the second ball, plays long balls, and we also come out with the 3 points. So all those scenarios in football, you're able to say, yes, I can play both type of games.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Zerato.
Coach Kelvin Johnson of Kaizer Chiefs. A performance today that was very gutsy, that really needed Kaizer Chiefs to really hold on to the lead, especially because they got it very early on in the second half. Well, that's how it ends here at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. A victory for Kaizer Chiefs, courtesy of a goal from Pule Modi up against the Polokwane City. Well, from myself, Lerato Pajo, and the entire team behind the scenes, it's goodbye and take care.
Thank you so much to the team out at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. It is another 3 points for Kaizer Chiefs this afternoon against